Welcome to the last game of the night. Are you doing this? I want to eat.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Are you happy to start it? I'll come join. I just want
And welcome to the highly anticipated South American derby. My name's John Goodlich, joining you with all the action tonight for the last game of the round. We have the Condors taking on the Andinos, and what a cracking contest it should be. Two star-studded lineups, two sides that have been relatively successful over recent seasons. Andinos last season were only a penalty shootout away from making the grand final. And the Condors, for a couple of seasons before, were an extremely strong outfit. They were hurt by the loss of captain Diego Gonzalez to injury last season, but he's back on the bench today, and they look energetic, they look rejuvenated, they look ready to get going. We'll just go through the lineups. It's Juan David Sanchez, the men's Supa-Liga C Golden Glove winner, in between the sticks for Condors tonight, in absence of Cristobal Zuniga, who is a phenomenal keeper in his own right. Diego Gonzalez, the captain, wearing number 6. Claudio Camposano, the number 4. Nicholas Canas, joining from South Brisbane Fury in Queensland, the number 7. Yimi Atuez, the number 11. Felipe Vera, the number 10. Matias Urbina, the number 3. Fabian Espinoza, the number 8. Ignacio Gajardo, the number 5. And Pablo Vargas, the number 9. For Andinos, it's the men's Supa-Liga Golden Glove winner in net, Jaden Ashmore. Oscar Gongora, the number 10. Jorge Escobar, the number 11. Sebastian Correa, the number 64. Miguel Fernando Salas, the number 17. Anil Islamzadeh, the number 7. Luciano Pavlovsky, the number 8. Nicholas Serrano, the number 6, and Pedro Javier Navarro Tamayo wearing the number 19. As we're underway here, that one lifted over the top and flicked forward to no one. Correa to Serrano. Serrano plays it forward, looking for the run of Correa, but it's cut out by the Condors. Gajardo, here's Vargas. And the ball looking through there, intercepted. Gongora's on the break, but what a save that is by Sanchez. Getting down at his bottom right corner. And it's a corner for Andinos to follow. Correa blocked away. And now Vargas looking to play it down the line. Nicholas Canas, it's gone in. And what an induction from the man from Queensland, Nicholas Canas. A sliding finish into the corner to give Condors the lead. And that's the goal of the week if I've ever seen one. It's the first shot Condors have had so far. No chance for Ashmore, but they find themselves one goal up. Serrano to Gongora. Gongora turns. Tackle there by Canas. And it's gone behind. Juan David Sanchez to restart. He finds Vargas on the right. Vargas looking for Canas, can't quite find him. Serrano to Gongora. Gongora with a couple to beat. Does well there, Gongora. Jorge Escobar still going. And eventually it's trickled out. Escobar with the corner. Up the line to Serrano with the toe poke. Saved by Juan David Sanchez. Gets down low. Escobar up the line to Serrano. Serrano into traffic, but does well. Serrano, can he muster off a shot? He does, but it's hit the side netting. And a quick release by Sanchez, looking for Atuez. Achuez still going. Good sliding challenge from Correa. Correa stumbles over. Achuez wins up back with a toe poke. And what a strike off the right by Yimi Achuez. Now up the line. Back down into the corner. Achuez can't keep it in. Gongora to Serrano. Serrano under pressure by Achuez. Does well. Squeezes it out to Valenqua, who clears his lines. Anyone with score predictions, leave them in the comments. Canas chips are forward, but Escobar heads clear. And the ball to the back post, intercepted. Escobar's away with it. Jorge Escobar down the line. Gongora cuts inside. Gongora can't quite hit the target. Sanchez. And now Vargas in the middle. Achuez loose touch. Correa wins it off him. Correa out to Serrano. Serrano walks it forward. Uses Gongora. Gongora for the return. Serrano, great use of the body. Cuts inside. And just missing there, Nicolas Serrano. A man of such talent. A big frame, can hold the ball up very well. As we see, the first sub made, it's Fernando Salas. On for the Andinos, and Salas wins it back. Escobar in a tussle. And it goes over. Serrano, lovely turn. Falls out to Correa. Trying to create space for a shot, couldn't do so. Escobar, Correa, first time ball down the line. Canas still clear. JK Mitty, good to see you watching as always. One of the best supporters of the Supa-Liga, JK Mitty. A fine keeper as well. A teammate of Fernando Salas and Sebastian Correa at Sterling Brazajinga. He had himself a man of the match performance in that friendly against the Scarborough Sharks, which was lovely to see. As the ball down the line, Canas flicks it on first time. And Canas, I think it's worth a mention, is a State Futsal League champion in Queensland. Also participated in the first ever AFCC in 2019 with South Brisbane Fury. So it's a huge coup for Condors to get him on board. The Chilean, as Camposano brings it forward into the leg of Canas, but still going Camposano. Canas, and his ball over the top. Can't quite find the return. Escobar. In the middle. And Vera. Still going Vera. Loses out in the end to Salas. Correa Valenqua under pressure. And the foul, or in fact the challenge, almost looked like a foul, but not quite. Up the line, back down, and into the middle. Canas looking to hold it up. Gajardo will see it over. Vera looking for the return to Gajardo. Salas wins it back. And now Correa. His ball through, takes a touch on the way by Gajardo. And they've got a corner. The number 19 on now for the Andinos. It's Tamayo, new player to the side for this season. What can he bring? Escobar, Correa. Back to Escobar. And the lovely back heel almost working out, but now the Condors are on the counter. The ball through, Vera, back post, Canas. And there's his second. The quality shines through from Nicholas Kinas. 2 goals on debut. A big signing, that's for sure. And he'll make his way to the bench. It looks like it's going to be the captain, Diego Gonzalez, on. It's good to see him. Hasn't played in almost 6 months. Very good fixer, Diego Gonzalez. A hard defender to beat. And a big reason for the Condors underperforming last season was his absence. Now with him back in the lineup, they've got themselves off to a good start. Correa tries to turn. Guajardo gets the toe in. And Correa flicks it over. It's Tamayo who's trying to get there, but Campusano shoots it out. Gonzalez gives it to Sanchez. And Sanchez, a decent ball over the top. Campusano first time, but Escobar receives in front. Now a chance for the Andinos. Gone through the legs, but couldn't get on the end of it. Salas. And his ball down the line, a poor one really. And the ball through, not a good one. Goes straight out, possession's turned over. Campusano. Vargas uses Sanchez. Thought it might have been 2 touch, not quite. In fact, no, it wasn't. Possession was changed hands. Escobar, Tamayo. And who's this on the far side of the court for the Andinos? The number 8, Luciano Pavlovsky. So another new signing. Andinos having to make up for the loss of Luca Bergamy with a couple of new additions, and cracks it off the right, does Pavlovsky, but couldn't quite keep his effort down. Vargas down the line. Vera tries to turn. And the number 7 on now for the Andinos, it's Anil Islamzadeh. So another new signing. What can he do here? Loses out in the challenge to Vargas. Campusano. Down the line. A lovely turn by Vera, but he runs out of real estate, and Escobar will get it back. So I think it's also worth the mention that these two sides entered the Supa-Liga together and split up after a season where they won the division. And both captains, Oscar Gongora and Diego Gonzalez, formed their own clubs, and it's created a fierce rivalry, that's for sure. Vera tries to return to Gonzalez, but straight into the hands of Ashmore. Islamzadeh, and that almost chipped Ashmore. The clearance. Ashmore happy to watch it go behind, and here he starts with Escobar. Escobar looks down the line, Gonzalez getting a toe in. Salas. Escobar. Islamzadeh over the top. Ball falls short. Campusano keeps it in nicely. Vargas. And now Gonzalez. He'll calm the play down. Decent ball through. Campusano tries. The Rabona gives it away. Islamzadeh to Pavlovsky. Escobar. Back to Pavlovsky. Over the top. Vera. To Gonzalez, who heads it to Vargas. And a fleet of Andinos pressing, but they've almost forgotten about the man up top, Claudio Campusano. Lucky for their sake, the ball was too heavy. As we see Yimi Atuez come back on. So a 2-0 lead for the Condors. Going into the games, the underdogs, definitely full of early surprises. Gongora stops and starts. Plays it in the middle to Islam Zeta. Tries to take on Campesano, loses out. Atuez finds Campesano. Gonzalez in the middle. Vargas back to Gonzalez. He looks into the corner. Campesano tries to play it across the face of goal, but can't quite do so. Can this game live up to the last one? We had a cracking contest. West Coast Cobras versus Phoenix in the last match. Cobras coming from 3-1 down to still victory. Star player Luke Ross scoring a hat-trick after flying in from Melbourne, especially for the game. So we got a bit lucky with that, I think. If it wasn't for Luke, you know, we were down on numbers, but he really stepped up, which was good to see. And that definitely was the game of the round. We've had a couple of other good contests. Last night, the Alliance versus Longobardo game was a fierce contest, as well as the Northern Hawks against the Foot Scabs. All games are very closely contested, being decided by a solitary goal, except for Scarborough Sharks thrashing a Perth AFC. AFC are apparently quite undemand for the winter, though, so you can be sure in summer season they'll be coming out firing with the big guns, Neves, Mosquito, etc. And flipped on by Canast. It's Serrano. Serrano's a first-team player for Maddington White City in State League Div 2. Was that a foul by Salas on Juan David Sanchez? Referee says no. We'll have a look at it on the replay. And the ball over the top, headed clear by Serrano. Gongora chasing. And it's Correa back on. Gonzalez, lovely ball into the corner. In fact, it was Achuez rather. And now the Andinos are on the break. They've got a 2-on-1. Correa should have used Gongora. Gongora's got his arms up in despair. He's frustrated. Correa maybe a little bit selfish going for the shot. And the foul there by Serrano on Nicholas Canast. Jamie Elgato Bedoya at the helm for Condors, former coach of Melville Spirit about 5 or 6 years ago. He's been in the futsal game a long time, and it's good for the Condors to have such experience guiding him through the competition. As Gongora turns, but can't beat Sanchez. Good save. And 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Haven't seen a goal for a while. Can the Andinos open their account before the half ends? But I think it's safe to say the loss of Luca Bergamy is telling. They don't look like they have the same composure at the back. They look vulnerable. When the Condors are on the counter, they don't always have the cover that they did in Luca Bergamy. And the toe poke has found the bottom corner. Unbelievable, Nicholas Canast. What a game he's having. Posting in, no chance for Ashmore. And 3-0. You think it's almost about time for the Andinos to call a timeout, work out what's going wrong. Gongora to Tamoya. Correa in the middle. Lovely chance from Gongora, who drives through the center, but now maybe another chance on the counter. Farah, can he cut inside? Holds it up well. And looks like he ran out of room. Last touch was off the Condors number 10, so the Andinos will get it back. Gongora trying to be a bit too cute. To Correa now. Flicked onto Gongora. Can he bring one back for them? Not quite. On the non-preferred. Vera, lovely spin. Couple of body feints. He's under pressure now. Got to be careful not to cough it up. Felipe Vera does well. The Condors do quite decently to get out of the press. In the middle to Canast. Canast waiting for options. Gives it to... And the ball for Canast. Can he finish? Almost. Not far away there. Ashmore looks long for Correa, who tries to go down the line, but gets double-teamed. Correa down the line, but a good sliding challenge by none other than Nicholas Canast. So his right boot separates the two sides as that chance going over from Escobar. He should have done better, and he knows it. If they brought one goal back before halftime, the team talks would look a fair bit different. But going into the half, 3-0 down is not where the Andinos anticipated they'd be. They've had a few chances, but Juan David Sanchez has been equal to him every time as he claims that one. And the 1-2 comes off. Vera looking over the top. Nice ball, but Gajardo couldn't bring it down. Serrano. Now Valencia. Couple of step overs. That was lovely feet from Sebastian Correa Valenqua. He got brought down, and I think that will be a yellow. He got his ankles hacked at after cleanly beating the player in the dribble. And he's looking like he's hurt. Referee stops the clock. It looks like he's going to try to carry on, but could this be a chance for the Andinos to score? I'd say it's probably too far out. However, Correa's lurking in the center. So if they can switch it to him quickly, they might have a chance. They do! And shall look like it would have hit the target if it wasn't for the block by Achuez. And the ball over the top. Serrano lunging for the volley. Can't quite get around it. Juan Sanchez to Achuez. Achuez almost gives it away. Gongora! Did that go in? I think it did. Oscar Gongora with a thunderbolt into the top corner. Hit both posts, but I think it hit both. I think it hit the inside post, then the left post, and somehow bounced out. A goal that defies physics by Oscar Gongora. Or is it? Jonathan Silas and Gabriel Malaco are deliberating. Maybe it's not a goal. It all happens so quickly. Timeout. So timeout by the Condors. And we'll have a quick break and be back in just a moment. Or maybe not. The referees can't work out whose ball it is. It's an Andino's ball, so the Condors can't quite call a timeout just yet. Jamie Bedoya almost just doing it to pull the piss. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock. So for my sake, I hope the timeout doesn't come to fruition. Yeah, I don't think he's bothering. Oh, he is. Okay, we're going to go to a quick ad break and be back in just a moment before we go to halftime again.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And we're back underway. The ball forward, headed down. Vera looks for the switch. Canast tries to keep it in, but can't quite do so. Correa, can he make something happen before halftime? A lovely sliding challenge. Canast, Guajardo, and that'll do us. And there is the halftime whistle. The Condors lead the Andinos 3-0 thanks to a first half hat-trick by Nicholas Canast. A good game we've had on our hands, end-to-end. Physical is what we want to see. Two quality sides. Condors just having the better day of the two, but both times these two sides met last season, it was the Andinos who were triumphant. 6-0 in round 2 and 4-1 in round 15. So the Condors will be keen to get back to winning ways over their rivals and potentially get themselves back in the top 4 this season. And if this result stands, the way the ladder will look, Scarborough Sharks will top the table. AFC will sit at the foot of the table with two sides picking up 1-goal victories. The West Coast Cobras and Northern Hawks. Alliance and Langabata playing out a 1-1 draw will be mid-table. And depending on how much the Condors win or don't win by, at the moment, they could even potentially propel themselves into first spot going into the round 1 break. But it's been a great weekend of futsal. A lot of new things coming into fruition, different camera angles. We're now making events for the YouTube streams to try and get people involved earlier. So it's all good to see. A lot of hard work from the team behind the scenes going into it. And as both teams finish their halftime talks, it looks like it's going to be Gongora, Correa, Escobar, and Serrano for Andinos, Vargas, Campesano, Vera, and Gonzalez for the Condors. Serrano. Lovely flick down the line. Escobar, can he work it to the back post? Tries to play with the outside of the foot, but they get the block in. Serrano, he can hammer them off the right. We know that. Plays it into the center. Gonzalez. Campesano shifts it over the top. Vera. Gongora. Jorge Escobar. Serrano. Escobar again. Lovely feat from Escobar. He's set Gongora, but he can't beat Sanchez. They've got a corner. I think it's worth a mention, Escobar made the AFA state squad, decided not to attend the trip as he scores the goal that the Andinos needed. And as we were talking up, the Andinos number 11, he shows the audience why he is just that good, chipping Juan Sanchez, who will be furious that his clean sheet's no longer intact. But as I was saying, Jorge Escobar made the AFA national state team, but decided not to attend the trip, but I think it's important to give credit where credit is due. He's a quality player with start foremost, and he's starting the competition. And now could we have a second in a matter of minutes for the Andinos? Lace it off, Serrano! And what a turnaround this could be. 2 goals in 45 seconds, maybe even less. It was Correa Valenqua, it was the Maddington White City man, Nicholas Serrano. And they sat Juan Sanchez down, and Serrano tapped it in on a plate. So 3-2. Not many people saw this coming about a minute or two ago. The Andinos only a goal down now with all the momentum. Sanchez, Vargas, he can't keep it in. If they can take it quickly, they can work something at the Andinos. They've taken their time. The potential opportunity has fizzled out. Referee Silas enforcing the 5-meter rule. Serrano, we know we can hit them, but it was blocked on that occasion. I think for the Condors, it's time to get Nicholas Kinas back on. He was the difference in the first half. He'll have to try and do his best to extend their lead again in the second. Vargas looks like he got hit in the face, but the referee eventually blows his whistle. Definitely accidental, but still a foul nonetheless. And GK Middy's score prediction is still on 3-3. Gongora chips it forward. Serrano looked to backheel it, but lost out. Ferrer on the counter-attack. Serrano with a sliding block. Falling out to Camposano. Inside to Gonzalez. And Ferrer just got it tangled up in his feet. Correa to Serrano. Serrano flicks it down the line. Gongora